So this plane started at city A, flew 126 kilometers to city B, turned 64 degrees, and flew 119 kilometers to city C. The question it's asking is, well, what angle could they have just went directly from city A to city C? At what angle would they have to go at in order to go there? Alrighty, to do this, we have two sides and an angle outside. Well, with this angle outside, hopefully you remember supplementary angles, and shouldn't these two angles add up to 180? Yeah. So if these two add up to 180, wouldn't you simply go, oh, 180 minus 64, won't that give us that angle B? And if you do that, don't you get 116 degrees? So I could put 116 degrees right there. Now, what you should notice is I have side angle side. And for this scenario, could we use law of sines? Well, not really, because to do law of sines, for the angle, don't you need the opposite side? And we don't have that. So law of sines is not a really good option. So what we're going to do is law of cosines. All right. Hopefully you can see this is side. Over here is side C. Over here is side A, and over here is side B, because they're opposite of the cities, which is the angles. So let's do law of sines to help us find a side. And once we know that side, we can use law of sines to find the angle. So I want to find B, the last side we don't have. So B squared is equal to A squared, which is 119 squared, plus C squared, which is 126 squared, minus 2 times A, which is 119, times C, which is 126, times cosine of the angle between them, or angle B, which is 116 degrees. And I simply put that into my calculator, which is 43,182.8739. That's a big number. Then we square root both sides, yay, and we get B equals 207.8049 would be the kilometers for B. So, is that what we're looking for? No. Even though it's 207 kilometers for this side, we still are looking for the angle. So our next step is to use law of sines to find the angle. With law of sines, we need an angle and a side opposite to get started. And now that we have this number, we have this side opposite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sine of 116 degrees over the 207.8049. That is equal to, well, I want theta. That is what we're looking for, is sine theta. So what side is opposite of theta? Well, that would be 119, because again, we're looking for this. All right, theta is also A. You could call it A. All right, so we are going to be opposites 119. So we're going to put 119 there. When I solve this, I will have now my answer to theta, which is what we're looking for. So what I have here, when I cross multiply, I have 119 sine 116 degrees is equal to 207.8049 sine theta. All right. We then are going to divide both sides to get theta by itself, or to start getting sine theta by itself. We're going to divide both sides by 207.8049. 207.8049. So that's gone. So what I now have is theta is equal to the inverse sine. Again, why do we use inverse sine? Because we have right here sine theta. And I want theta, so I have the inverse sine of this. So I do inverse sine of 119 sine 116 degrees over 207.8049. When I stick that in my calculator, I will now have the answer, which is equal to 30.97 degrees, which will be round to tenths place, which rounds up all the way to a 31-degree angle. So he would have to turn at a 31-degree angle to get to city C.